We're live at the UCF Arena right now, and we have a special guest. Can you please introduce yourself?
Zach V from Vengence of A7X.
And we're sitting on, I think, is this circa 19...
This is Kane's Furniture, circa 1986's finest. We've got nothing but the finest mahogany, rich mahogany here in the interview room.
We actually request on our rider backstage that somebody travels back in time to provide us with our, because we're from the 80s.
Hot tub time machine.
That's exactly what we need.
Bring it
Hot
back.
tub, sofa, session here right now.
Our scotch aged and our couches aged as well.
Well, Zachy, speaking of the 80s, I mean, you know, you and I are actually right around the same age, so I know there's a lot of Guns N' Roses influence with you guys and whatnot. How did you first get into music? What started you to get the bug?
Oh man, my parents loved music. My dad would give me $1 if I could say, every time the Beatles were on the radio, he'd ask me, if you can name this band, I'll give you $1.
Nice.
So every time it was the Beatles, so I just got smart, and every time he'd ask me that question, I didn't even know who it was.
Beatles.
It was the Beatles. You know, my dad loved bands. My mom and dad both, you know, grew up going to concerts of, you know, Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin. You know, during the 80s, during the whole hair metal thing, my mom was a huge fan of bands like Guns N' Roses, and, you know, and bands like Poison and stuff like that. So
you ever go to shows with her?
Went to Poison and Warrant on New Year's Eve, 1990.
Nice.
What was your first album? First album that you remember saying that's my album right there. Nobody touched this album. This is my album.
Paula Abdul, the one with the cat that danced in the music video.
Yes, Scat Cat.
Yeah, that was.
He was awesome.
That I remember. That's the first one I remember.
This is the kind of stuff you get when you're sitting on the circuit couch. All right.
That's true.
Pulls the truth out of people. All right.
That's true, man.
So now, after, I mean, the huge success, of course, of City of Evil, I mean, how did your life change from, you know, coming up out of Huntington Beach, right, California? Yeah. You know, you guys obviously had a couple records before that, but then City of Evil changed everything. How did that change your life specifically?
You know, we didn't really let it. It was just a moving forward, one day at a time process. We never, you know, our shows started getting bigger, but. You know, we didn't have the fan base that we have now. We had the success and people were buying our albums, but we hadn't won the respect of people yet. People were very, you know, apprehensive about us. We're young, we're, you know, wearing makeup and
not
playing
quite on board. Yeah, not quite there.
We're, you know, they're like, is this the band the real deal, or there's a bunch of goofballs that are dressing up, trying to be Guns N' Roses, trying to be Motley Crue, like, and you know, as we grew up, we realized, no, we were musicians. We produced the next album ourselves. We're overly ambitious, you know, we love all sorts of music, and we're, you know, I believe us all to be good musicians, and all of us are able to sing and stuff. So City of Evil, you know, we went from, you know, underground to the mainstream.
You seem to have won the respect, I mean, from my perspective, and I'm a little bit older, not a whole lot, but...
Don't age yourself, Crash, come on.
You seem to have won the respect of the people who did go to the shows that your mom, you know, went to, and the old school musicians that seem to think that a lot of new music is fabricated.
Right.
That being said, with all the bands that are out there right now, that's got to be, at some point, you had to say, man, it's starting to feel really good now.
Yeah, it was a lot of work. City of Evil, you know, we sold a lot of albums and we started playing bigger places, but we didn't have the passionate fan base that we have now, because we earned those and we worked really hard.
Well, your fan base kind of grew up with you guys, too.
Absolutely. The ones that liked us from the beginning, that caught on and liked it, have stuck with us. And, you know, we've converted a lot of people along the way. During that success, it wasn't like we went out and all bought mansions and stuff. I went from winning the... MTV,
no Lambos?
No, went from winning the MTV Music Video Awards right back to my parents' couch. And it kept us grounded. It was perfect. You know, we weren't instant celebrities. We never acted like... No great musician ever refers to himself as a rock star.
But when mom asked you to take out the trash, did you
I'll
let her
take
ask
it out.
Did you have to take...
My mom...
Let her ask me one more time.
My mom, I'm pretty lazy. My mom could kick my ass. She's a feisty Italian. So now I don't have to live with mom anymore, so that's nice. But it was, you know, it's been a slow, gradual process, and we try and always stay grounded. We don't ever want to...
Well, you guys are bringing that party back to rock and roll, which I think a lot of bands, you know, either take it in one direction and try to do something different, which is cool, and you guys are doing that, but bringing back that party feel by bringing something new. I mean, do you consider your band like a trailblazer for modern metal bands?
Wow, that's a really good question. I mean, we love having fun on stage. We're very ambitious. We love all styles of music. Love, you know, our forefathers of heavy metal like Metallica and Iron Maiden. Love
you guys just did a cover of Sabbath, right? Not too long ago.
Not too long ago, yeah.
Right.
Yep, we've done a Maiden cover. Got a play on
That's
stage.
gotta feel so cool on stage, yeah.
Oh, it's awesome. A lot of our idols we've gotten a chance to meet and either collaborate with or just hang out with, and that's always awesome. I see a lot of younger bands coming up that come up to us and they're like, you guys really inspire us, and I think that's really awesome. If we are, kind of trailblazing away for a new style of modern metal, I'd be hugely honored. I think.
Yeah.
Well, you can. I would say this: you're definitely leading away. You're bringing a show back to a rock music. It's like a bright, happy slap in the face, and I think that that's probably. I'm guessing that's the direction you were going into. But just think about the different people that use your music as soundtracks to do really crazy adrenaline-filled things.
Oh, it's awesome.
I mean, what's the? I mean, with that being said,
So like action sports and
yeah,
stuff.
action
People
sports
use
in
your music
general.
as a soundtrack.
Oh, absolutely. It's
know?
awesome. The other night I was watching the fights, and the former middleweight champion of the world, Kelly Pavlik, has our Welcome to the Family artwart tattooed on his
Really?
back. And I was
Nice.
like, you gotta be kidding me.
That's
This
cool.
is- and I know on the same day, surprisingly enough, one of our friends, who we met, he came to our concert, NASCAR driver named Regan Smith, won Darlington in first place in NASCAR. It's like, these guys are listening to our music.
Yeah.
It's so awesome. So to us, it's, huge.
Helping them kick ass at what they do,
Awesome.
which is cool. Now, midnight tonight, I was actually checking out the website. We got the new So Far Away video coming out. Is that right?
That is correct.
All right. Now, I did hear a rumor that there's some footage of the Rev in the video. Is that true?
Yes.
All right. Now, I mean, not to be the Debbie Downer, but I mean, everybody wants to know, how are you guys progressing and moving forward, and how does the Rev continue to inspire you guys as a band?
Oh man, we grew up and did everything with that guy, and every great quality that guy had, at least an ounce of it is rubbed off on all of us, and our live show and everything that we do and the music that we continue to play. He'll just always be a part of us,
Yeah.
and that's really why we are truly the luckiest, 4 guys on the face of the earth to have known that guy better than anybody. The video for So Far Away, it's been a really difficult ride. There's
I'm
been
sure.
the lowest lows. We were in the depths of hell. It couldn't have gotten worse. And there's been a few, rays of sunlight. There's been some really awesome moments, like when the album went #1. And we really, we go out every night and we have fun at the shows. And sometimes, we get bummed out. But, with the video, it had to be a tribute to Jimmy. There's nothing else. Just like the album. We wanted the album to come out as a tribute to Jimmy, and that's the only reason we put it out. We had no intention of playing ever again. We just had to finish the album. Oh, it was pretty much done. We had to finish the album, and that's all we cared about. And then, we got the album out. Fans received it. It went #1. Mike Portnoy said that he was willing to tour with us and get us back on our feet, and the crowd.
That probably was pretty cool to have Mike step in.
It was amazing.
And help you guys out, man.
Yeah,
that's exactly what he is. Listen, we don't want your momentum to stop as a band, and he comes in and actually keeps it going for you.
absolutely. And then the fans who carried us from the first moment we walked on stage were like, they embraced it. They wanted to see us
They
up
cried
there.
right there with you.
They
I'm
cried
sure.
with us.
Yep.
So for this video, we've taken everything that we've experienced in this year and a half, and we put it all aside and took all of our feelings about what that song means, and we wanted that video to, encompass all of that, and we succeeded. Video's very difficult to watch.
I'm sure.
I wanted it to be, a good, tribute to our friend, but I can't watch it. I watched it one time. I'll probably never watch it again. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's when you capture something, you capture it for the good, or but it's all real, and there's nothing you can do.
Needless to say, it's been immortalized. But then when you put together a production like it sounds like you've done.
It brings back every bad memory. It's gonna make every one of our fans cry.
Yeah.
We cried for the whole day.
I'm sure it brings back a lot of good memories, though, too.
It brings back everything. Brings
Yeah.
back good memories. But this particular video, it's just hard.
Yeah.
Because it really spells out for people that may not know anything about us, everything we've been through from the beginning up until, it's overly honest. It's just so real. There's nothing to it.
I don't think we would expect any less from A7X.
We just try and keep it as, as honest to our fans as possible. I think that's been one of our greatest accomplishments. That's why we're still here, and so many other bands
And you keep
aren't.
growing and growing and growing and growing.
Working on it.
Yeah.